Greetings one and all, this is Rhythm Works aka LB aka Lloyd Brown aka the Inglorious Ballbag aka whatever the hell you want to call me. And yes, I'm uploading a gaming video and it's been a while. So before we go any further, a couple of things. I'm just getting ready to send off some prizes. Where are the prizes? Yeah, I'm just getting ready to send off some prizes, which I set as a part of a competition on my music channel, where the lucky winners were going to be receiving DVDs of my concerts and CDs of my albums, and here they are. So I'm going to send them off, and that will help as well. So I'm going to send them off. The second thing is I want to give you guys a TV recommendation. It's a documentary which won the best documentary in this year's Oscars, and it is OJ Made in America. And it was made by the BBC. It was made by the BBC for the Storyville series, and it is a compelling, interesting watch if you haven't watched it already. And this is basically going out for all subscribers in the UK or anyone that can get BBC iPlayer, right? So it's a three-parter and each part is 3 hours long. So it's a 9-hour documentary. I watched it in 2 sittings and it is absolutely compelling. The fall from grace that man had, you know what I mean? Freaking deep. That's all I can say. But anyway, I'm here to talk about video games. So I've more or less caught up with everything, and these are my findings of what I caught up with. Now, if you're looking for some Horizon Zero Dawn or some new game footage for me to feature, you're not going to get it right now because obviously I haven't been gaming, so I wouldn't have the time to even consider getting games, much less playing games. So it's Ratchet and Clank, Ratchet and Bamba Clank, take it or leave it. But anyway, yeah, I've just taken the time over the weekend to catch up on as much as I can catch up on. And, you know, it's pretty much of a muchness for me at the minute in terms of the games that are on offer. Like with Horizon Zero Dawn, like with For Honor, I've already explained and stated, you know, how I'm feeling or not feeling those games at present. That's not to say that with Horizon Zero Dawn I'm not going to dip my toes in it, but at the same time, right now, I'm just not dipping my toes into anything. So why am I going to go the extra mile to dip my toes into that game? As beautiful as it might look, but to me, it just seems like there's been so much hype about the thing. And even with all the hype, I think the hype is somewhat justified by some people because they've been, you know, putting on their timeline that it's a great game, it's a beautiful looking game and what have you. But, you know, for some reason, it's just not baking my noodle. I don't know what to tell you. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just not baking my noodle at present. And which leads me on to something else that I really want to talk about in terms of forthcoming games on the horizon and yada, yada, yada. Now, anybody knows me knows that I play Destiny. I play Destiny a lot. It's probably my number one go-to game when I actually fire up this thing. And there is mention of Age of Triumph, which is, I think, is the final timed event that Bungie's putting out for Destiny 1 before they move on to Destiny 2, which will be released in September. Will I be buying Destiny 2? Yes, of course I will be. Will I be playing Age of Triumph? Yeah, no doubt. You know, I mean, I don't think I have much choice but to play Age of Triumph because it's going to be timed until the end, I guess. It'll be timed until September, I think, till Destiny 2 comes out. So, yeah, I will be playing it at some point. I'm not really going to be busting my ass or busting a blood vessel to actually play it and get all the collectibles, if you like, because the collectibles won't be even carried through or carried over to Destiny 2. But they did state that that your character, your customized character will be, and you do have the choice of actually changing features of your character, which is cool for me. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm looking forward to basically playing Destiny from fresh again, you know. And also, you know, they're still gonna cater for Destiny 1 players online after Destiny 2 comes out, which is cool, but it's just one of those situations where you just know that the hardcore Destiny players, they are going to be playing and rinsing Destiny 2. So what's going to happen with Destiny 1? Well, it's just going to cater for mostly the new players of the series. And 3 years down the line, I don't know, man. The tower's going to look bare and dry and arid like a graveyard, man. That's how it's going to look, I would imagine. But who knows? You know, because one interesting point an IGN contributor basically made was when he was talking about when Halo 3 was released and Halo 2 was kind of on its way out and stuff like that, and they still had hardcore people playing Halo 2. And it's kind of like the same with Uncharted as well, with like Uncharted 3, and people still playing the multiplayer. And in order to play the multiplayer of Uncharted 3, you got to go back onto PlayStation 3, do you know what I mean, to play it. And there are some hardcore players playing that. And I totally get that. I totally understand that, because in all honesty, with the multiplayer on Uncharted 3 and the multiplayer on Uncharted 4, on day one release, is just night and day. It's two different beasts, you know. And if my PS3 was working, I'd be playing Uncharted 3 multiplayer all now, but I'm not, so I won't be. But yeah, I totally get where Bungie's coming from in terms of having people still wanting to have the Destiny 1 experience, but is it going to be heavily populated with players? I don't think so, you know, but the gesture will be welcome nonetheless. Okay, moving on to VR, PSVR. I have not had that thing on my head for a long time, to the point where I've actually swapped the wires round so I can enjoy the HDR experience on my PS4 when I was playing. So the wires haven't even changed. But having said that, there are some new games on the horizon already released. At the moment, really nothing to write home about. Not saying that I'm getting bored of PSVR. It's just gaming in general. It's like my head is just not in it at the minute. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, and that's got nothing to do with the games on offer. It's just my head is just somewhere else on a creative level. So, you know, I think it'd be unfair to say that, well, I'm not really feeling PSVR, I'm not feeling gaming and this and that, because of the reasons that I've stated. But looking at the games that are on offer in PSVR, I have to say they're not really anything to write home about. I mean, there was a couple of games that were supposed to be released last year, holidays last year, and they haven't been released as yet, so I don't know what's going on. And furthermore, on a side note, some of the accessories that were supposed to be released from last month, from January, you know, Dynamo Charger, and what else was it? There was the PlayStation camera extension cable, which I really wanted to get, but they've been delaying it and delaying it and delaying it and delaying it for like 3 months. I don't know what is going on with that right about now. So that's kind of pissing me off. But away from that, to the games, like I said, there's nothing really to write home about where PSVR is concerned. There's nothing that's making me say, okay, I'm going to get that game even though I'm not playing. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, and no game has made me feel like that, whether it is PS4 or PSVR. I think the one thing I'm looking forward to more than anything else is E3. You know, it's definitely E3, because then you're going to know what games are going to be dropping, slamming on your PS4 or Xbone or whatever this coming holidays. But, you know, we've already got a whiff of what's going to be dropping. Like I said, Destiny 2, Last of Us 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, Uncharted The Lost Legacy. Those are my games. Because right about now, you know, gaming is getting real expensive now. You know, and going through the online experience and getting a shitty experience online and having to pay for that privilege as well is not filling me with joy right about now. I've got to admit, you know, and I can understand why people are not feeling gaming right about now, because it's in a weird place, even though there's so much on offer, but it just seems to be much of a muchness. I don't know, you know, there's a lot of happy gamers out there, and I'm really, really pleased for them, and I'm happy that they're getting the happiness that they have with gaming right about now. and with the games that are on offer. But I just think from my perspective, my standpoint, that there needs to be a balance where what I'm paying for games, what I'm paying for to actually enjoy online gaming, has got to be balanced with my enjoyment, I guess, you know. And the one game that I seem to play more than anything else is 3 years old. Destiny. It's a 3-year-old game, and I play that game more than a majority of people on my friends list. You know, I can count on one hand the people on my friends list that plays Destiny. Do you know what I mean? But for some reason, it's like it's not a game that a lot of people on my list plays. It's kind of weird, but it's what it is. So wrapping up, in closing, highlights guaranteed for me is E3, Destiny 2, Last of Us 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, Uncharted, The Lost Legacy. Anything else, I really don't know right about now. So it's with that, back to the studio. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, is it for now. And I just want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank everyone for their support. Thank everyone for their subscriptions and basically being interested in the content that I'm providing for you all right now. So it's with that, I'm going to bid you guys adieu. And as always, you done know the coup, whatever the game, media, platform, format, genre, happy gaming, because that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters. And until I catch you on the next one, people, gamers, stay blessed. Magan.
Watch